When I was getting ready for the family Christmas party, my parents posted a group photo on social media without me. The caption read, "Our nearest and dearest," so I canceled the catering order. Then came 47 missed calls. I called back and said just 6 words. I was wrapping up spreadsheets at the the restaurant I manage, when my mom called. "Laura, come to the Christmas party tonight. Everyone's going to be there," she said. I checked the time, 4:30 p.m. I still had invoices to approve, but declining mom was like ignoring a tidal wave. "What time?" I asked. 6 o'clock sharp, she replied and hung up. I'm Laura Bennett, 32, manager of Vita, a high-end Italian restaurant in the city. The job pays well, but the hours are relentless. Most nights, I'm not home until after 11. I drove to my parents' suburban split level, the same house I grew up in. Through the front window, I saw my older sister, Rachel, with her husband, Tim, and their twins, Sophie and Ethan. My younger brother, Nate, was sprawled on the recliner with his fiancée, Kayla. Mom had cooked lasagna, garlic bread, and roasted vegetables. We gathered around the old oak dining table. Rachel and Tim sat with the twins, Nate and Kayla on one side, me next to Dad. "Rachel, how's the new office?" Mom asked right away. Rachel dove into her promotion to lead designer at her architecture firm. Tim chimed in about how they were eyeing a bigger house in the suburbs. "Sophie's already doing algebra," Rachel bragged. "And Ethan's soccer team won the regional championship," Tim added. Mom glowed, "That's incredible. Ethan, tell me about your games." I picked at my lasagna as they talked about Rachel's career, Tim's side business, Sophie's ballet recitals, and Ethan's goal-scoring streak. Then the focus shifted to Nate. "Kayla, how's the new teaching job?" Dad asked. "It's great," Kayla said, grabbing Nate's hand. "We've got news, actually. We're getting married next spring." The table exploded with excitement. Mom teared up, Dad slapped Nate on the back, Rachel demanded to see the ring, and the twins squealed. "Congratulations," Mom hugged them tightly. "When's the wedding?" "Late April," Nate said. "Small, but we want it to be special." Kayla added, "My parents want to meet everyone, maybe a dinner in February." I kept eating, slicing my lasagna into smaller pieces. This was typical. Rachel and her perfect family got the spotlight, then Nate with his latest milestone. No one asked about my job, even though I'd just secured a major corporate event for Vita. No one asked if I was seeing anyone. No one asked about me, period. "Laura, pass the bread," Rachel said without looking up. I slid the basket over and went back to my plate. Then Mom piped up, "Oh, Laura, about Christmas?" Finally, I thought. "What about it?" "We're hosting a big Christmas party this year. Rachel and Tim's parents are coming, plus their cousins. Kayla's family, too, her parents, her sister, and her brother-in-law, plus Aunt Carla, Uncle Dan, and Cousin Ellie's crew." I did a quick count. "How many people?" "About 25, Mom said, eyes sparkling. "It's going to be amazing." "That's a lot of food, Mom. Can you manage that?" Her tone shifted, the one she used when she wanted something. "That's what I wanted to talk about. Since you work at Vita, I thought you could order the catering from there for Christmas Eve. Fancy food, no hassle for me, and you can probably swing a discount." Everyone stared at me. A full Christmas spread from Vita for 25 people would be exorbitant. We're talking gourmet dishes, holiday surcharges, the works. "Mom, that'd be crazy expensive," I said. "How expensive?" Dad asked, leaning forward. I crunched the numbers mentally. Prime rib, roasted chicken, truffle mashed potatoes, appetizers, desserts. Around $4,000, maybe more with holiday pricing. I could cover maybe $1,200, but everyone else would need to pitch in. Mom's face tightened. $1,200? Laura, you make good money. You're the manager. Can't you get a discount? It doesn't work like that. I'm not the owner. Even with a discount, it's a huge order, and $1,200 is what I can afford. Nate whispered to Kayla. "She's always so stingy." Kayla smirked. My cheeks burned. "Excuse me?" "Nothing," Nate said quickly, but I pressed. "No, what did you say?" He shrugged. "You don't have kids like Rachel or a wedding to plan like us. What do you even spend your money on?" I was stunned. "Are you serious?" "Laura," Dad said sharply, "your mom's trying to plan a nice Christmas. You could at least help." "I offered $1,200, that's help." Mom's voice was ice cold. "That's not help. That's you being selfish while we scramble. You should be ashamed making us beg when you could cover it." I looked at Rachel, hoping for backup. She fidgeted. "I mean, we could chip in, but it's tight with the twins' activities." Silence. "Fine," Mom said, finality in her tone. "Laura, you'll pay for the whole thing. You eat the food, too, and it's your contribution to Christmas." I stared at her, at Dad nodding, at Rachel and Nate avoiding my gaze. "Fine," I said, "I'll order it." "Good. Delivered by 4:30 Christmas Eve," Mom said. I nodded, appetite gone, and the conversation moved to Sophie's dance recital and Nate's wedding venue. After clearing plates, I drove home, gripping the steering wheel so hard my knuckles ached. $4,000, but it was Christmas, and apparently I was the family bank. The next morning, I placed the order at Vita, prime rib, herb-crusted chicken, all the sides, charcuterie boards, and 4 desserts. I put down a $2,000 deposit and scheduled delivery for December 24 at 4:30 p.m. My boss, Carla, raised an eyebrow. Big Christmas bash? Something like that, I said, forcing a smile. Your family's in for a treat, she said. For the past 18 months, I'd been sending Mom $1,200 monthly to help with their house payments. Dad's pension wasn't enough since his heart surgery, and Mom's part-time bookstore gig barely covered utilities. Rachel and Nate never contributed. Rachel was always saving for the twins, and Nate was starting out. Between the mortgage help and now this catering, I was shelling out over $5,000 in 2 months. Meanwhile, Rachel was planning a ski trip, and Nate was buying an engagement ring. The weeks before Christmas were a blur of holiday chaos at me.The, private parties, packed dining rooms, endless reservations. I buried myself in work to avoid thinking about the $4,000 hit to my savings. Christmas Eve arrived, and I had the day off, a rarity. me.The closed for the holiday, a tradition Carla upheld. I called at 1 p.m. to confirm the catering order. All set, Laura, said our chef, Diego. Prime ribs perfect, chicken's ready, sides are prepped. Your family's going to love it. Thanks, Diego, I said, grateful. I was pulling on a green dress to head to Mom's when my phone pinged with a social media alert. Dad had posted a photo. I opened it and felt my stomach drop. It was the whole family, Mom, Dad, Rachel, Tim, Sophie, Ethan, Nate, and Kayla, posing in front of the Christmas tree, all smiles. I wasn't there. The caption read, "Our nearest and dearest, Merry Christmas." I scrolled to the comments. Aunt Carla, gorgeous family, where's Laura? Dad's reply, oh, no one would miss her anyway. I sank onto my bed, still in my dress. They'd taken a family photo without me, knowing I'd be there soon. They could have waited 45 minutes, but they didn't. They chose to exclude me and then dismissed my absence like it was nothing. This wasn't new. Growing up, Rachel and Nate were always the stars. When Rachel got into art school, Mom threw a huge party. When I got my business degree, I got a text. When Nate landed his first job, Dad took him golfing. When I became assistant manager at 26, Mom said, "That's nice," and changed the subject. Christmas mornings were the same. Rachel and Nate's stockings overflowed with gadgets and gift cards, while mine had pens and socks. Laura's practical, Mom would say. She doesn't need all that. But seeing that photo, that caption, and Dad's comment, it cut deeper. Maybe because I was about to spend $4,000 on their party. Maybe because I'd been carrying their mortgage while Rachel and Nate lived their lives. I stared at the post. Our nearest and dearest. I didn't want to go. I didn't want to see them. I called me.The. Diego, it's Laura. Cancel the catering order. What? Laura, it's almost ready. I know, and I'll pay for it, but don't deliver it. Laura, what's going on? Please, just cancel the delivery. I hung up. 20 minutes later, Carla called. Laura, what happened? Diego said you canceled. I spilled everything, the party, the photo, Dad's comment, the $4,000 I was expected to pay. Carla listened quietly. That's awful, she said. You're not paying a dime. I'm refunding your deposit. A client just called, desperate for a last-minute Christmas dinner. I can sell them your order full price. Carla, you don't have to. It's done, she said. I felt a weight lift. I didn't go to Mom's. I turned off my phone, poured a glass of wine, and microwaved a frozen pizza. It was peaceful. Around 5 p.m., a delivery arrived from me.The, a single serving of prime rib, roasted veggies, and tiramisu, with a note from Carla. Merry Christmas, Laura, your family here. I teared up. My boss cared more about me than my own family. Christmas morning, I turned my phone on. 47 missed calls, countless texts. They started innocently. 4:45 p.m., Mom. Laura, where's the food? It's late. 5:10 p.m., Rachel. Laura, guests are here. Where's the catering? 5:30 p.m., Nate. Yo, what's up with the food? People are hungry. 6 o'clock p.m., Dad. Laura, this is ridiculous. Call us back. 6:45 p.m., Mom. me.The said you canceled. You've ruined Christmas. 7:20 p.m., Rachel. Laura, the twins are crying. We had to order pizza. Tim's parents are horrified. 8 o'clock p.m., Nate. You're unhinged. Kayla's parents think we're a mess. 9:15 p.m., Mom. We sent everyone to Burger King. On Christmas Eve. You've humiliated us. I laughed, imagining Mom explaining to 25 guests that dinner was fast food. At 10 a.m., Mom called. I answered. Laura, she screamed. You destroyed Christmas. We had to feed everyone burgers. Kayla's parents left early. Rachel's cousins were appalled. Why did you do this? I let her rant. Are you done? I asked. No, explain yourself. I saw Dad's post, I said. Our nearest and dearest without me. And when Aunt Carla asked where I was, he said no one would miss me. So I figured if I'm not dearest enough for the photo, I'm not paying for your party. Silence. Laura, that was a mistake, she stammered. No, it wasn't. You've made it clear I'm only family when you need money. I've been paying your mortgage for 18 months. Rachel and Nate contribute nothing. I'm done being your bank. Laura, we'll lose the house without you. You have 2 other kids, ask them. I hung up and blocked their numbers. An hour later, they showed up at my apartment. Mom, Dad, Rachel, Tim, Nate, Kayla. We need to talk, Mom said, barging in. They stood in my living room, looking like a jury. Laura, why are you doing this? Mom asked, voice breaking. You ruined Christmas and now you're cutting us off. You excluded me from the family photo and said no one would miss me, I said. You only care about my money. Dad shifted uncomfortably. We deleted the post. It's not just the post, I said. When was the last time you asked about my life, my job, my feelings? You treat me like an ATM. Rachel tried. We include you. No, you include my wallet. There's a difference. Mom sobbed. Without your help, we'll lose the house. Ask Rachel or Nate, I said. Now get out. They left, Mom still crying. I canceled the monthly bank transfer and felt free. For weeks, relatives called Aunt Carla, Uncle Dan, Cousin Ellie, urging me to fix things. No one asked my side. They just wanted me to cave. 2 months later, Mom and Dad showed up at Bella Vita looking haggard. Laura, we're sorry, Mom said. The photo was a mistake. The comment was wrong. We've been seeing a therapist, Dad added. We wrote down everything we've asked of you, mortgage payments, the catering. We never asked Rachel or Nate. We took you for granted. It was the first time they'd admitted it. What about Rachel and Nate? I asked. They were upset at first, Mom said, but they get it now. They want to apologize too. I leaned back. I'm not ready to forgive you. I need time. Dad nodded. We understand. Can we at least call to check in? Not for money, just to talk. Maybe, I said. They left quietly. 3 months later, I hadn't reached out and they hadn't pushed. Mom sent occasional texts, hope you're okay, but nothing demanding. My savings grew without the mortgage payments. I booked a trip to Italy, my first real vacation. Carla gave me a raise, praising my work. I started dating Alex, a bartender from a nearby pub, and things felt serious. For the first time, I was living for me. I wasn't sure if I'd ever reconcile with my family. The pain lingered, but their apology and therapy were a start. Maybe one day we could rebuild, but for now, I was enough. I'd learned my worth wasn't tied to my bank account, and that was worth more than any Christmas party.